Good evening and welcome to the debate room. Osama Zaid is here. Tonight we turn our focus to one of the most heartbreaking politically charged and unresolved crises in modern history in Gaza. This isn't just a headline, this isn't just a conflict, this is a humanitarian catastrophe unfolding in real time. And the world watches divided, distracted, and many cases disturbing strongly and let's start with where we are right now. Gaza is in ruins. Civilian infrastructure has collapsed. Hospitals bombed. Ambulances attacked. School turned into the shelters and then turned into the rubble. More than 30,000 people are dead, many of them children. Thousand more injured, and over 2 million Palestinians are trapped without food, without electricity or water. The Israeli government says its military campaign is aimed to eliminating Hamas. They point to the October 7 attacks where Israeli civilians were brutally targeted as the justification for this operation. They say this is about security, self-defense, and eradicating terrorism, but the world is starting to ask where is the line between self defense and collective punishment? And on the international stage, the response is split. Some Western governments stand firmly with Israel, others are beginning to shift, calling for immediate ceasefire, humanitarian corridors, and independent investigation into alleged war crimes. Protests have erupted globally in New York, London, Paris, Islamabad, and Jakarta, with hundreds of thousands demanding a stop to the bloodshed at the United Nations. Resolutions are blocked, delayed, or voted. Humanitarian aid conveys are held to borders while people inside Gaza are digging for their children with bare hands. And so tonight we ask the hard question that others hesitate to raise. Israel's military response crossed a moral or legal line in Hamas using civilians as a shields, or is that narrative being used to justify indiscriminate bombing? What role does the international community truly play in this crisis? Are they peace brokers, power players, or passive observers? And for the Arab and Muslim world, beyond statements and summits, where is the actual support for Gaza? Let's be honest, this is just about geopolitics, it's about human lives, it's about children being pulled from rubble, it's about parents writing their children's name on their arm so their bodies can be identified later. And tonight, into the debate room, we want Shahid away well bring in voices from both sides of the spectrum, and also journalists, policymakers. We'll talk about the future of Gaza. We'll ask is a ceasefire enough, or are we at the edge of something even worse, an expanded regional war involving Lebanon, Iran, and Red Sea and beyond? Because let's be clear, what's happening in Gaza today is not just a local crisis, it's global test of conscience, and history is watching who speak out and who stays silent. History is watch that. I'm Osama Zaid. This is Debate Room signing off.